Thanks for joining me to color. Today we're going to be coloring this adorable new Stampin' Bella image called Exo Squidgy. Isn't she cute? I love her. I will put a link down in the description box of the card kit and all the supplies I used. I would love for you to come shopping with me. If you have a question, make sure and leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I have already stamped my image on Nina 80-pound Solarite cardstock with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So let's color. So let's start out by giving our image an outline. For that, I'm going to use C00. And I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to go around the outside. So let's go right here in the middle of this little V or X. And then we're going to go around the inside of our circle. And then we're going to go around the outside. And for a little antennae up here, I'm going to go along the outside of that and then around a little heart. Same for this side. And then we want to go down outside of her hair. And I'm going to come down here by her shoe. Let's go ahead and do the ground next. For that, we're going to use W4, 2, and 0. I'm going to start with W4. And for W4, let's go underneath of her foot. And I'm going to go past her shoe just a little bit. And then we want to go around our letters. And let's go over here. Then we're going to add W2. And let's bring this over here to this side. And then I'm going to go over both of those with my W0. Bring it out here just a little bit more. Then I like to go back with my darkest color, which was W4, and just add that back in just a little bit. I think I'm going to add a little bit more of my W2 also, just because. Let's do her skin next. For that, we're going to use E70, 11, 00, 000, and for her cheeks, I'm going to use E93. And I'm going to start with E70. Let's go down here and we'll do a little dab here on her leg. That. And then for her arm, I'm going to go along the bottom. And then we're going to go up here to her wrist. I'm going to give it a little A little bit of an exaggeration there. And then for her face, let's do right along here where the X is touching her forehead. And then I want to go right next to her bangs. And I'm going to do a little dab here on her ear. And then I want it to come around this way on her face, down here to where her sleeve is. And then I'm going to add E11. And I'm going to cover up that E70. And then for her face up here, we'll do right along the edge. And let's see, we got to do right down here. And I'm going to bring this over a little bit more. Then I want to add E00. For foot, I'm going to cover that in. Some up here to her face. Then we're going to add E000. And even though I did her whole foot, I'm going to go ahead and go over it with this one. And her arm. I'm going to give these a second coat, so I'm not worried that they're looking a little blotchy still. Now we want to add the cheek colors. Let's go with E93. I don't have to do anything fancy. I'm just going to go like this. And same for this side. I'll make sure to touch up there where her hair is touching. Then I'm going to add E00. Oops, drop the lid. And then we'll add a coat of E000. I think I'll give him another coat of our cheek color. So E93, she needs a little bit pinker cheeks there. For her hair, we're going to use E47, 44, 43, and 42. And I'm going to start with my E47. And let's see, she's got a little bit of hair showing right here by her hand. So I'm going to go right down this line that's right here. And let's do this back of the line too, over here, right next to her hand. And then up here above her antennae, a little bit. And then over here on this side of her antenna, we're going to go where it's really skinny. I'm going to go from there down next to her headband and above her ear. And then we want to add a little bit down here on the other side of her ear. So let's go. And let's see here. Let's go from this up. And then we're going to bring this one along the line that's right here. And let's put an extra one right here in the middle. And maybe do a little bit on this side of her hairband. And bring that up just a little bit more. And then we're going to add E44. And let's do a little bit on this little streak that's coming out. And let's see this little piece behind her ear. Then let's see, let's do a little bit coming over here and from this side. And then over here, I want to go clear across her headband. And then let's make this color come out this way. Okay. Then I'm going to add E43. I'm going to cover this little section over here in. And up here, and next we'll go with our E42 to fill in the rest of this stuff. And you can also leave some little bit of white streaks if you like that. I can never get mine to look perfect, so I hate it, mostly. Sometimes I can get it to look okay. Then I'm going to go back again with my E47. And let's just darken those spots up just a little bit. see, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of my E44 too. Just to darken it up just a little bit more. For headband, we're going to use 100, C8, and C6. We're going to start with our 100. And we're going to do a little dab of that over here above our X. And then over here on this side, I'm going to bring it up here just underneath of that antennae. Then I'm going to add C8. We'll add a little bit on this side. And a little bit more over here. So let's go about, kind of what this little bump is right here on the top of her head. Just a little bit before that. And then we're going to fill the rest of that in with our C6. For her shoes, we're going to use the 100, C8, C6, and C4. We're going to add 100 first. So for my 100, I'm going to go, there's a little line right here in her shoe. So I'm going to go right along that and down along the bottom. And right next to that X. Then I'm going to add C8. So I'm going to cover this bottom section up right here, out to where it starts to curve up. And then let's do a little bit here on this, like that. Then we'll do C6. And I'm going to do right along the front here to fill that in, and along the back. And we'll curve it around over here to this side. And then we'll use our C4 to fill in the rest of that. For her dress, we're going to use BG 49, 23, and 11. We're going to start with our BG 49. And for her little sleeve over here, she's got some lines on it. I'm just going to go ahead and color those. If you don't use your B49 very much and you don't want it to spill, you might want to remove the other end of the cap, so you have the chisel end and the brush end. That will help it from keeping to pool and make a big huge mess. Mine does that. Nothing more discouraging than making a big blob on the middle of your paper when you're almost finished or halfway through. Then, let's see, then we're going to go up from these little lines that are on the bottom of the scallop of her dress. So let's go right here, that, and then this one, that, I'll probably end up adding more, but we're just going to start with this for a second. Then we'll go with BG 23. And for her little dress sleeve, let's just go a little bit. And I'm going to fill in the inside and leave a little dab at the ends of the scallops to color. And then for these, to bring these up here to the top. then I'm going to go with BG11. Fill the rest of this in. And we're going to go with our second coat of our BG90, our BG49. And I'm going to leave her sleeve the way it is. Let's add a second coat over here. And I'm going to go up to the top here. And I'm going to bring these all the way up too. And let's bring this color along the edge of the scallop and under her arm. That. Then I'm going to add our second coat of BG23. And then we'll add our second coat of BG11. I'm still not liking that, so let's grab our BG49 again. And let's see what we can do here. Oops, we got a little bit on our arm there. Don't do that. And then we'll do BG23. Soften this up just a little bit more. And then our second coat, or third coat of BG11. However many coats we're in now. I lost track. I'm liking that better. So we're going to leave it like that. For the O, we are going to use C4, 2, and 0. And we're going to start with C4. And for that, I'm going to color in this section in the middle here a little bit. And we're going to give that multiple coats, so don't worry about that. Then we're going to go up here and we're going to start our line. There's a little bitty slash right here on our X that I'm going to use. Use that, and I'm going to go around like this. That. And down here at the bottom, let's see, let's go over here to pass these little lines right here. Go up a little bit, curve it out, like that. Then I'm going to go with C2. And then down here, let's do up here like this. Let's bring this around over this way a little bit more. bring this right next to our X. Looks like a little bit on my X, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to color that red. Go down here. And then we want to bring this. Bring a little bit on this side over here so I can soften that. Then we're going to bring this up here. Then we're going to add C0. So when I finish filling in this section here in the middle, then we want to soften this. Then we're going to go with our second coat. So let's go with C4. Go up here. And then we'll add C2. Then we will add C0. Oh, right, I had to take a second there to refill my C0 because it was just dry and crusty. Oh, that's much better. Always works a lot better if it's running a lot smoother there. Okay, and then we'll go up here. Hopefully I didn't refill it so it doesn't make a big, huge mess. That never happens. Definitely does all the time to me anyway. I get a little exaggerating with my refilling and just keep dumping it and dumping it in there. And before you know it, there's a whole bunch. And it's just running out the other side. So if you do that, yay! I'm going to go around like this. Now I'm going to have a bunch of white in here. So I'm going to bring my pen around and fill all that in. Then I'm going to give it a third coat in the center, so go with C4. I'm going to darken this up a little bit more since it's on the inside. And then C2. And our C0. I think I will do my C4 out here on this dark section up here again. Just add that back in. I'm going to do the same thing down here. It looks a little crooked right here, so let's see if we can bring it up just a little bit more right here. Give it a little bit more smooth right there. Okay, so that leaves us with the red. So we've got the X and these little hearts up here on her antennae. So we're going to use R46 to do these little hearts. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to color them in. Just like so. And then down here for our X, let's start with R59. And let's start here in the center. So how about we go right like this, that, and then down here in between, L down there. And let's see, how about this side? Be careful going around her fingers. And I'm going to bring this over here along her hand. And then right here, you can see in between her fingers to the back. So I'm going to very carefully fill those in because they're really small. And then we want to come away from her wrist or her hand up here. And then let's bring this down. Like that. Then for the inside, let's do, I want to leave a little bit of a white space here on the edge. So let's come down like this, around her fingers. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Like that. And then we're going to come around the corner, so let's go down just a little bit more. And then we're going to go this way. And along the bottom. Again, I'm going to leave a little bit of a white spot there. That. And then up here on this other side, let's leave a little bit of a white spot up here. I'm going to curve it down so that it ends up at the end of this center. And then down here, we'll do the same thing. We'll leave a little bit of a white. Come down. And then bring that around the corner. And over. Like that. Then we're going to go with R46. I'm going to cover in some of this. I'll probably end up giving these a second coat, so I'm not worried that it's not filling it all the way in. So let's do, I want to leave my white space along the outside, so let's go like this. And down. And we're going to go across the top of this one. Down this side. it around over here. Okay, then I'm going to fill in this whole intersection. And remember, we're going to give it a second coat, so don't worry that it looks all streaky. Okay, then we're going to take our R35 and we're going to fill the rest of it in. Try not to color her face. Me in red. So I probably should have colored that a little bit darker there around her fingers. We'll fix that when we come back. I turn it here so I don't try not to draw outside the lines. That never happens. When I color myself, I flip this thing all over the place. I try to keep it really straight for you guys watching. Sometimes it does not work out. And we're going to turn it upside down to go along this edge. I just know I'll just color right. If I color the other way, it's just going to be a great big line right outside that line. Okay, now we're going to go with our second coat of R59. I'll bring that around a little bit more and straighten that line out. Over here, we're going to thicken this one up. Oh, and I was going to go between her fingers right here. And then let's do a little bit wider along the bottom. Then we're going to add our 46. I'm going to go a little bit on the other side of my R59 over here towards the edge. And then we're going to go over all of that with R35. I need to clean this one. It's looking kind of crusty. The end's getting all waxy. That means I will be putting a little bit of my colorless blender or some alcohol into a little zippy bag, and I will be dunking the pen tip in there and swishing it around and trying to get some of that waxy buildup off the outside. And then I take a piece of scratch paper and I scrub it a little bit to get the rest off, and then I refill it, and then I scrub it a bunch more to make sure it's running, you know, smooth again. If not, I'll stick it back in the zippy bag and try to get some more of that gunk off there, because it's really looking, see all that waxy buildup? That's gross. We're going to have to clean that off. It definitely doesn't run as smooth when it's all gunked up like that. So there is our Exo Squidgy all colored up. Isn't she super, super cute? And then again, here is my finished card. So on my finished card, I have added some Spica clear glitter pen to her hair and to these little hearts up here for antennas. And then down here on this little heart, the sentiment is from the CC Design Smoochy Sentiment Set. You do not get that sentiment set in the card kit. I stamped this one sentiment here on the tag for you. But the little heart here I colored in with a red Spica glitter pen, so it'd have some sparkles on there. Everything on the card is flat except for the sentiment and the black mat behind there. So super easy this time. So I hope you had fun coloring with me today. If you have a question, make sure and leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.